Hey everyone, and welcome. It's the first episode, and let's get to it. Let's start putting together your home studio. Today, we are going to go through what you need to start your home studio. To get this going, we're going to start small. These are the 5 basic essentials for the bedroom musician to start getting their ideas down and on their way to producing full songs or even full albums. As always, please share, like, and subscribe. The more subscribers I can get, the better the content I can produce for you guys. So let's get to it. Most of you watching this probably already have either a desktop computer or a laptop. For this particular setup, either one is fine. It also doesn't have to be a super powerful or expensive setup either. Pretty much any laptop or desktop made within the last 10 years will more than likely be enough to get you started. As long as you have a high-speed USB port, adequate memory, and I recommend 8 gigabytes of RAM or more, and sufficient hard drive space, you should be good to go. I don't recommend using netbooks or Chromebooks, as they generally tend to be quite underpowered for use as a recording setup. The audio interface is absolutely essential. The internal sound card in most computers just doesn't have enough power to handle multi-track studio software. Heavy lag, lack of input options, and limited recording and playback options are just a few of the problems that plague motherboard sound chips. However, a USB audio interface is its own sound card. All input and output functions are handled by the audio interface, leaving your CPU and RAM available to be able to handle more of the processing of audio, creating lower, more real-time latency. Now, since this is putting together a studio on a budget, never fear, because there are options. Interfaces can get into the thousands of dollars, but for the bedroom musician, there are options under $60 that you can go with. Right now on Sweetwater, you have the M-Track Solo USB audio interface from M-Audio for just under $50. A 2-input interface featuring a hybrid XLR, quarter-inch, or Neutrik input, and a dedicated quarter-inch guitar or bass input with line-level gain control. The M-Track Solo also has 48-volt phantom power for condenser mics, RCA outs to go into the powered monitors or stereo receiver, and headphone input with volume control. It's also powered by the USB port, so there's no extra power cables or outlets that are needed. Next, we have the Behringer Euphoria UM2. With all of the same features as the M-Track Solo, the Euphoria UM2 also has push-button direct monitoring and comes in at a price of $59 on Sweetwater. Now, I have access to one of these units, so I'll do a product review for you in an upcoming episode. Next is monitors or headphones. While really good studio monitors or headphones can get really expensive, that is a cost that you can save up for and always upgrade down the road. However, keep in mind that low-quality headphones and computer speakers will also result in low-quality mixes. Thankfully, there are options under $100 to be able to create decent-sounding mixings without breaking the bank. Once again, the folks at M-Audio have created a budget pair of monitors in the BX3 Graphite Active Monitor. 20 watts with a 3.5-inch carbon fiber low-frequency driver, 1-inch silk dome tweeter, 1/8-inch headphone jack, and both RCA and quarter-inch inputs. And at just under $80 for the pair, quite budget-friendly as well. Another option at just under $100 is the PreSonus Eris 3.5. At an ample 50 watts, these monitors feature a 3.5-inch composite low-frequency transducer, a 1-inch silk dome tweeter, both RCA and quarter-inch inputs, and an 1/8-inch headphone jack for quiet mixing. Next you need a microphone. Now, you may already have a vocal mic like an SM58 or a Samson S11, and if you're just starting out and want to save some money, that's fine. However, to get the best quality out of your vocals and instruments, you may want to look at getting a condenser mic. Condenser mics produce a more accurate representation of your vocals and both acoustic and electric instruments. And these days, you've really got options for a decent quality condenser mic at a very friendly price. At under $50, Mackie presents their EM91C large diaphragm condenser, and Behringer with their C1 medium condenser microphones. Both would make a great addition to any small budget studio. Even stores like Temu are in on the act with their under $30 BM800 large diaphragm condenser and a load of accessories. Now, I do personally own one of the BM800s, and I'll do a review for you guys later in an upcoming episode. The DAW, or Digital Audio Workstation, is the last piece of the small home studio. It's where all the magic happens. It's a virtual mixing and recording console on your computer and works in tandem with your audio interface. DAW software can run into the thousands of dollars, but luckily there are some pretty powerful free options out there like Cakewalk's BandLab, Steinberg's Cubase LE, Presonus Studio One, the popular Ableton Live 10 Lite, and Waveform Free. Try out a few and see which workflow works best for you and your situation. With just these 5 items, and of course a guitar and mic cable, you can start to realize your ideas into well-produced music to share with the world. This setup is, of course, just a base to get you started. And over time, as needs change, you can upgrade each individual part of your home studio to grow and fulfill your needs as you get further into the journey of home recording. Well, that's all the time I've got for today. Remember to share, like, and please subscribe. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old.